Hey guys. Hey Philip. Can everybody hear me? We loud and clear. And there's such a long delay on the stream. I don't know why there's such a long delay. Let me just move this. Oh, not linked. Cool. Hey Positive Echo. Hey Chili Sticks, fellow Scorpio. Okay. Let's start with the first one. Xtomic. Okay guys, please enable downloads so that we can actually analyze the track a bit better. But yeah, so we'll just start with this one like this. I like the guitar. It sounds like you're playing it in. But I feel like it's a bit much. Too many different guitar parts happening at the same time. I don't really know which one's the focus. The kick sounds a bit weak too. Maybe bring up those hats and like make them a bit wider too, because the guitars are really wide, so the top end should also be kind of wide. I think that vocal needs to be tuned. Yeah, it goes out of tune over there. It also sounds like it's being compressed with like a really long release or something, so that the volume's like noticeably being ducked down. Been feeling so high, the weak love and life, and it's alright. good that you've laid the snare with like a clap on every few beats just to add variation. It's a good decision, but I don't really like the snare that you have here. It just sounds a bit dry and like straight down the center. I think it should be a bit wider. I think a hand clap would fit better in this kind of a song.
I'm feeling so high, the weight of life, and it's alright. Light up the night, I'm feeling so high, with love and light, it's alright. Turn off the light, light up the night, feeling so high. Light up the night, I'm feeling so high, with love and light, it's alright. Turn off the light.
I think that like ARP thing that you have going over here is conflicting with the sub a bit, because there is sub in this. There's sub in that little ARP sound. So I think you should just high pass it a bit.
Light up the night, feeling so high.
Yeah, that vocal's definitely out of tune. I think you could just maybe put some auto tune on it or something just to bring it. I think it's like going flat in some sections.
Feeling so high, feeling so high, so high.
Just like some pitch correction would probably do the job.
We're love and light, feeling so high, and it's alright. Light up the night, love and alright. Turn off the light.
Cool, thanks for sending that in. And next one up is Positive Echo. Hey out to Baked Jacob. Okay, so this looks like it's not really mastered. first thing I'm noticing is that the kick sounds like it's really high up. Like there's no sub in the kick. And I thought maybe it was going to come in at some point. But it doesn't really. Yeah, I think we need to find a more like heavy weighted kick that has some sub, like, you know, down here. Mostly the kick sounds like it's hitting around 100. And down here you've just got the sub. So I would, if anything, in a tune like this, have the kick be more powerful than the sub. So you could maybe move the sub up a bit and have the kick down here, or you could have them both down there and just sidechain it nicely. But yeah, it's definitely lacking low end. I think this sound needs to have some automation on it. Maybe don't reveal it straight from the beginning. Like have a low pass on it until like the climax of the song. And then just open up that filter like right on the climax. Because it's getting quite repetitive for it to just be pretty much throughout. Okay, wait, it does filter in. My bad. Yeah, I would probably leave that right for the last section. Or, if anything, don't have it playing through this. Have it like quite filtered out in this section at least. It's like you can create so much energy just by playing with the filter over time. I think I would turn down the claps a little bit, like maybe 2 dB. Probably do with some more hi-hats and a little bit louder on hi-hats. Once you've got that sub fixed, you can bring up the hi-hats a bit more to like balance it out. The main problem is that sub on the kick though. It never feels like the song's actually like, you know, dropping. If that makes sense. It just sounds like we're waiting for something to happen because there's no sub on the kick. Cool. Yeah, so mostly just that, fix that sub and get it a bit louder. Like if you look at the shape, I'd expect the sub to be like at least up there. And then the hats can probably come up just as loud as the sub or just a little bit quieter. And then just see how it sounds from there. Not the actual sub of the track, I mean just like the kick sub. And then you can obviously balance the normal sub against the kick to make sure that they're nice and level, or not level, but you know the sub of the kick can usually be a bit louder than the sub of your bass line. Maybe just like a few dB or something. It just depends on the sounds, so you just have to play that by ear. And thanks for sending that in. Oldsy. Love to get some feedback. I've only produced since 3rd of March. I think he means March. Mars. I would want to know what I can improve. It's not masked, so maybe quiet. Oh, okay. There's also no download, so I can't really check the levels and stuff. But let's have a listen. Yeah, I can't hear that at all. Really quiet. Had to crank my speakers up. Looks like it's going to get loud. Louder. So I think the kick and the sub sound okay, and the hats sound alright too. Maybe a little bit loud, but there's nothing else really going on. That those chords that you have are like super quiet, so they should be turned up and just make it sound a bit more interesting. Maybe add some more reverb to it, maybe a filter that kind of opens and closes or something. At the moment it just sounds like a plain saw wave. Yes, those chords sound like the main element of the song, so they should definitely be a lot louder, unless you're trying to make like a pad sound, I'm not sure. This little new, the pluck sounds alright, and the levels are a lot better than the other one, the other sound. Yeah, for the most part, the drums actually sound pretty nice. I think the weak part is the musical instruments. I think you could work on the transitions a bit more too, because there's no real like sweeps or crashes or anything to, you know, lead you from section to section. Oh, there was one really quiet one there. Wait, maybe there were more. My bad, I lied again. Yeah, so maybe just bring those up a little bit. Just, yeah, work on those transitions a bit more, just to make them a bit more obvious. I think the biggest problem here is that the levels are really off. Like, look at the volume difference between that and that. You could bring up those things like the drums and I would say the drums and the chords or whatever you have in there should be pretty much as loud as each other, so that they're all at the front of the mix. And then anything that is just like adding harmony to the track can be in the background and be turned down. So that hat sounds like it doesn't have any high end on it. And then when these come in, they're a lot louder and they have a lot of high end. So I think you can change that to just like, you know, a regular 909 hat or something, or I don't know if you've processed it to make it sound the way it does. I think you could just change it or fix it. Okay, cool. I think just need to work on the levels in the first instance, and then maybe try and make the sounds a bit more interesting. Thanks for sending it in. Mad Blind, your turn. Christ, that was loud. Almost blew my damn speakers. It's because the last song was so quiet. Nice groove on the drums. Drums sound good. Yeah, I think the bass line's quite nice and catchy. The piano, I think the piano feels a bit thin, like it's lacking some mid-range. I think you could probably, like if it is high passed, you could probably bring that high pass down a bit. That snare sounds a bit loud. And like it's low passed, but the rest of the drums aren't, so it kind of sounds a bit funny over here. I think rather than I assume the filter's going to open up. Yeah, it does. So I think probably rather than using the filter to bring it in, just use volume automation so that that high end is always there, but it's just quieter and everything comes up at the same time. What I would do. I think it might sound cool to low pass the piano in this section or just remove it entirely so it's just the kick and bass grooving together. Oh, we got a donation. Thanks Ryan B, the donation, really appreciate it. It sounds a bit funny over here how the hats just get low passed suddenly. Yeah, I'm not sure what I would do there, but I don't think you should. Maybe you can just start fading them down slower, like a more gradual low pass, not like suddenly do it. Yeah, so I think the groove is good, the bass line is catchy, the piano sounds fine. I think it just needs to be a bit thicker. Then maybe work on that build up too, because it was like over here there's too little sub in it, I think, and it's kind of like really harsh on the ears. I think you should have some sort of subby element in the build over here, like you can add kicks or something, and then start fading out that sub like right at the end. That would improve that. Okay, thanks for sending that in. I'll donate some more when I submit my latest track, hopefully next week. Great, thank you so much for the support. It's not low pass, but I removed some hats. Oh, right, okay. It sounded low passed. Maybe you can like, instead of just removing those hats, just start fading them out volume-wise. Now we've got quite a few tracks to get through. Hey, Leon Piper. Chillsticks. He's in the chat. What is that? File. I'm not going to open that. That's weird. Why is it downloading like that? Yeah, that's weird. I'm just going to listen to it through SoundCloud.
My heart would beat if you were close.
Some Holly, what's that? Holly Valance vocals over there. Heard those 1,000 times. It's not a bad thing, but I would advise against releasing songs with sample pack vocals if you want to stand out. Or just change them a lot, like chop them up and change the phrases or something.
I wanna show you, wanna let you loose inside my brain to see if you'd run or stay. I can't seem to look away. I'm hypnotized by you.
Ice cream trucks just driving past. Just want to hear that transition again.
Stay. I can't seem to look away.
Yeah, I think the kick is the weak point over here.
Or stay. I can't seem
Yeah, because this doesn't really like hit like it sounds like it's supposed to.
to look away.
The kick is just like a tiny little thud. I would find a different kick, something that has like more top end and make it louder too. And maybe remove the vocal when the instruments come in, just to give like more attention to them and to give a stronger drop.
I'm hypnotized by you. I'm hanging on to what you say. I'm hypnotized by you. I can't seem to look away. I'm hypnotized by you. I'm hanging on to what
Everything sounds pretty low pass.
you say.
Like the hats sound low pass, the kick sounds low pass.
I'm
The clap is like got a bit of high end on it, but it would sound better if the kick didn't have. I mean, if the kick had a lot of high end on it. Not a lot, but enough.
hypnotized by you. I can't seem to look away. I'm hypnotized by you. I'm
That synth over there sounds nice. The rhythmic one.
I'm hypnotized by you. I can't seem to look away. I'm hypnotized by you.
Yeah, this section sounds nice, like the instruments sound nice, but still the drums are way too weak. Like this whole section is just way too dry and that thing just playing on its own. And I'm not sure that I'm feeling the not pitch changes, the tempo changes. Like if you're gonna automate the tempo, which is like, I mean, I wouldn't do that, but maybe just go slowly and then bring it up back to the normal speed instead of going down and then fast and then slow and then fast again. It's just not really like, doesn't really add anything to the track. It's kind of just sounds like you're messing around. And it's way too dry on its own. Needs some other harmony in the background or like anything like vinyl noise, some sort of ambience or something. The bass line sounds nice there. Cool, yeah, so there's nice sections in there. I think just mostly the drums need work and this section needs to be filled out, and possibly I would change that tempo automation, not have it so up and down and all over the place. Thanks for sending it in. Okay, our tool. You need to fix that link. You fix it and send it again, please. I'm just going to go into the next one and then we'll come back to his. Kick sounds like it's been low passed. So I would open that filter up or find a different kick that has some top end on it. Because the clap has top end on it, so I would expect the kick to have as much top end as the clap. You know, you want a nice full kick that has information across the whole spectrum. The hats are too quiet. Maybe turn that pad up too. It's also pretty quiet. There's nothing like musical that's really grabbing my attention and like sitting at the front of the mix. That little bell sound is too thin, I think, to try and make it the front element. So, I don't know, maybe you need some sort of lead or something. Sit at the front of the mix, something interesting. Look at the shape of this spectrum, you can see how much high end this whole song is lacking. It's like all sub, and this sub is sitting up here, and this high end is like, you know, over 10 dB quieter. I think this instrument could be louder. interaction between the sub and this high melody that you've introduced, just like musically, it sounds like it goes off sometimes a bit. Like especially on this note. Sounds like they're in a different key or something, I'm not sure. Oh, we got another donation. Oh, damn, thanks. Another one from Ryan B. Another $20. That's $30 already today. Really, really amazing. Thank you so much. Yes, getting close to feeding my family. Maybe they won't starve. He says he just posted a song that got second place at a contest at Skio, S-K-I-O. Well, I used to, I think like 4 years ago or something, I did a contest on there. Yeah, cool, we'll listen to it shortly. Alright, thanks for sending that in. And then we need to do our tools one that we skipped because the link was broken. And then I'll do Ryan's because he's throwing money at me. Where's our tools one? There you go. Okay, let's go. I think on that little bass shot that you had over there, just some nice dark reverb on the tail would sound really good. That bass shot is also a bit loud. Yeah, it comes off a bit loud, and definitely I think at least the top end of it could have a bit of reverb because it's quite dry. definitely lacking quite a lot of mid-range. Not really mid-range, but like higher mid-range and just around here. I think you can fill that in with, I know you've got a pad sound over here. You could maybe try and make that sound a bit more interesting and then turn it up a bit more.
Can I get a hole, yeah?
Another one from Ryan. Thanks so much, man. It's $40 already today. You're on fire. Really appreciate it. Family is fed. Yeah, percussion sounds quite nice here. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. It's got a nice drop to it. And I like the synths. I think that top one could come down maybe a couple dB in volume. I think mostly it's lacking some sort of drone or something in the background to just fill out this space up here. The reason with less mid-end is because I wanted a darker vibe to it. Yeah, that's fine. I think even if you just had just a drone note that, you know, it would still sound dark as long as there's no like high end in it. If you took like a low pass pad sound and just had it in the background, it would fill out that gap quite nicely. you think it's good to go for labels, you can try, but I would first work on trying to fill it out a bit more. And maybe just try and like work on the harmony, because I don't feel like this section, I mean these bass interactions are strong enough to have been repeated this many times on their own, so maybe something like an ARP or something that harmonizes with them and creates like some really strong emotion would do the trick. But I'd work on filling it out with some more like harmonic content before sending it to labels. And also just work on the mix more and try and balance the levels between these. Yeah, I think this one's a bit too loud. Maybe just like 1 or 2 dB it can come down. And for this style, I think the kick could also be a bit more like bass heavy, sub heavy. Yeah, I'll definitely find a new kick for this. And possibly remove the sub from the outro. Fade it out or something. Okay, thanks for sending it in. Let's have a look at Ryan's one. Okay, gonna download it. Is this a remix or is it just an original track or something? What was the contest?
I guess you're back. Are you gonna tell me where you went? All the messages I sent with no reply. It's like that. You're just gonna walk into my room. I hate how you assume there will always be a place for you by my side, day or night. You know that it's killing me. Why do you
So is this an original vocal then? Was it from a sample pack? Or? I think the first thing I would change on this is the kick. I just don't like the click on it. It sounds like it's quite, yeah, the click is a bit harsh. Like I would have to, like I think that sounds better. Yeah, that felt like that click was just too harsh. The vocal sounds good though.
It's like you by my side, day or night. You know that it's killing me. Why do you always leave? It's not right. We don't fight, but I know what you've been through. 'Cause I know you're all
Just want to like listen to the sub again. I think it sounds alright. I was just checking to hear if there's like separation between the sounds. I would turn down that clap too.
I'll take the pleasure and the pain, stars in your brain, 'cause I know you're on the run. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, your secrets to my brain. I hate how you assume there will always be a place for you by my side, day or night. You know that it's killing me.
Yeah, I like the like progression on the bass line there. The rhythm and everything works nicely with the vocal, so it feels like they're playing off each other.
I hate how you assume there will always be a place for you by my side, day or night. You know that it's killing me. Why do you always leave? It's not right. We don't fight, but I know what you've been through. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, stars in your brain, 'cause I know you're on the run. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, your secrets to my brain, 'cause you are the only one.
Maybe you could have the sub a little bit quieter in this section, so that when this one hits, it just feels a bit more powerful. I would generally try and keep sub that is not like in the main drop section a bit quieter. Maybe, you know, you could grab like a low cut, put it like 24 dB, and then put it at like 70 hertz or something, just in this section. Just fade it up to like 70, just so that the sub feels a little bit weaker, and then open it up. And let me just show you. If we automate the frequency here.
I'll take the pleasure and the pain, your secrets to my brain, 'cause you are the only one. 'Cause you are the only one. 'Cause you are the only one.
Yeah, just like up to there. So actually more like 80, 85 hertz.
Pleasure and the pain, your secrets to my brain, 'cause you are the only one.
Yeah, so I think musically it's actually a really nice track. Like the vocal fits really well with the bass line. The bass line's like nice and groovy, rhythmically it's like nice and groovy, and then like harmonically it works really well too. I think maybe the sound design on the bass patch could use a bit of work. Sounds like it's laid with a piano or something. I'm not really feeling that layer, whatever that is. I'm not sure if it's a piano. But I would maybe try and make it more like almost like a donk sound, you know, like a plucky bass sound that's like really controlled and tight. Do I know any labels that would be interested in this track? For this kind of stuff, it sounds like something, you know, you could probably send to Selected because it's got a vocal in it and it's, you know, it's kind of like the style that they go for. But I would first fix that kick, maybe work on the sound design a little bit on that bass sound. Could also try channels like Mr. Deep Sense. Yeah, I think that's about all I know. Cool, thanks for sending that in. And thanks so much for all the donations. Really appreciate it. Okay. Okay, so the last one that we listened to was we listened to this one? Cockatoo. Leon. Definitely listen to Our Tool. Yeah, we did our Tools one, so I think it's this one now. Let me just double check. Oh no, I think we did listen to this one. Is this the really quiet one? Yeah, the clip one is done. Okay. So it's this one next. Okay, no downloading this one. Hashtag testy. That percussion sound sounds out of time. It doesn't sound like swung or anything, it just sounds out of time. Like maybe it is swung, but like way too swung. Like it should, if you're gonna swing stuff, the hat should match the swing I think the hats sound a bit loud. And maybe also back them up with a shake or something, because the hats are so loud that they feel like repetitive. Yeah, it kind of feels like this instrument, it's like bass sound is interfering with the sub of the song. So it, and it also sounds maybe a bit too loud or something. I can't tell if it's like hitting the limiter or something. And the sound is being pushed down. Yeah, I'm not really feeling like the melody on this high-pitched lead that you have. Just doesn't really do anything for me. I'm also not sure if you should be panning that thing left, that high-pitched sound, because it's quite up front in the mix. I would I don't know, I'd probably low pass that quite a lot and like try and make it a background sound. Okay, thanks for sending it in. Okay, I've got 20 minutes left before I have to go. Let's keep going. I don't know if we'll be able to get through everything today. Link is broken. Hang on one sec. Someone's at my door. I need to go and answer it. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back now. Oh, he fixed the link. Okay, let's quickly check out his first. Pink Mushrooms. Nice name. I like the clap and the drums sound nice and balanced already. think this section is a bit too busy. Like this. That sounded nice. I think you should remove that sound that's like doing the weird squeaky thing. Yeah, it sounds like these instruments are just like literally muddying up the whole mix. I think you need to, you know, focus on making everything sound nice and clean like this. This section just sounds so muddy and I don't even know what's happening in it. Those effects, these sweep transitions, are too loud, I think. Yeah, and that ARP is way too loud. I think everything around that pluck over here needs to be turned down a bit. I like the melody on that sound, this one. And over here, the actual melody sounds nice, but everything underneath it is super muddy. Like, when I say muddy, I don't mean like it needs to be reduced like that. I mean, it's just overcrowded with too many sounds. Yara final mix. This one is Carmen. Yeah, it sounds nice. I think the only thing so far is this pad that you have that just plays through here. I would even just consider removing it entirely, and if not, low passing it so that there's like almost no high end in it. Probably just do with a crash or something over there. Not really feeling that I don't know what to call it, almost like a saw that's been low passed and it's like pumping. I don't feel like it fits in this section of the track. Yeah, I'll definitely remove those, like that soy bass pad thing. It's like pumping there. I think without it, like when it's almost gone over here, the track starts to sound better. I would just have like a sub or something, just playing some groove. You know, a really low passed sub. Comes down to like here. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to get through everything today, so I think for the next stream I'm going to start using like a random, like a raffle system or like a random number generator, and have to do it that way so that everybody has a fair chance. Okay, so this is going to be the last one probably, depending on how long it is. Yeah, it'll be the last one. I'm just going to go ahead and turn this up because it's really quiet. Yeah, so that sounds really like uncontrolled. I think you need to turn down that sub and sidechain it to the kick more. And probably not make it so wide. Yeah, that sub just sounds really wide. Like if I grab a imager. Look at that, it's like all over the place. Probably like, you know, yeah, I think the sound is also just quite weak. It needs, just need to find a different sound or something. Definitely tone it down. I'd also find a new kick. Kick is like really thumpy and it sounds like it's distorting. You can tone down the reverb on that bell sound. It sounds like, is that the one that comes stock with Serum, that bell sound? It's like tons of reverb on it, so I think it needs to, just need to dial back the mix amount. And probably low pass it a bit, high pass it a bit, sorry. Always get confused between low pass and high pass. I mean, cut out the low end from it. These two sounds are not really like working with each other, they just sound like two like random ideas. Like rhythmically they should be like playing off each other. All right. Yeah. So I think it's mostly like a lot of the sounds just sound quite weak, and they need. Sounds like you just need to, practice producing. Sounds like it's probably an early track. Really just the kick needs to be changed, that sub needs to be turned down, and probably I would find a new sound. There's too much reverb on most of the elements. The balance is not, needs work. There's quite a lot of work that you need to do on this, but don't feel discouraged. I would say just keep producing, finish this off, start another track. My stuff probably sounded worse back in the day, so yeah, definitely don't feel bad. You just got to be honest. So yeah, there you go. It's your second proper production, so don't feel bad. And thanks for sending it in. And sorry I can't listen to everybody's tracks today. I've got to get going now. So thanks to everybody who tuned in. Thanks for the donations, and have a good day.